Welcome to this podcast on the curfew in the Dominican Republic, which will be hosted by Simon Alba and Narfi Complex.
Welcome everyone to the podcast whose objective is to learn a little more about our curfew in the Dominican Republic.
The curfew. The curfew is a system that uses the Dominican Republic where which you KU that in the schedule people cannot leave their homes and our business has to close their premises. Who fails with these mandates will be sectioned or strict for a given time. The curfew refers to the prohibition or restriction established by government institution or circulating freely throughout the streets of a city or remaining in the public place, staying inhabitants only in their homes except for need or agency.
Schedule is of 6 o'clock in the afternoon to 5 o'clock in the morning, and on Saturday and Sundays from 3 o'clock in the afternoon to 5 o'clock in the morning. This schedule can be said to be more flexible since people who work from Monday to Friday with their respective schedules can reach their home with ease. Because there is free traffic until 9 o'clock at night. That is, that the government added wisely to help those hardworking people who struggle to bring food home to work comfortable despite the pandemic and social distance.
It helps to have fewer worries at night, since if people do not leave their homes, they will not be victims of this crime. It also prevents accidents, because if everyone is at home, they will not have any probability of having a traffic accident. For many people, the curfew is beneficial because by not leaving the house, they avoid spending money on alcoholic beverages or fuel to transport themselves on the street. However, the curfew is effective so that people do not infect others.
The downsides are that people can go out at any time of the day and they don't have that freedom to go out like they used to be. Also, it is not allowed in some place or establishment to close a little later that the establishment is closed, and that affect the client and owner of the establishment. Finally, another downside is that the owners of large companies are hurt, and so are the employees, since they must pay workers less, but they also work fewer hours.
In this time of pandemic, a curfew has been implemented so that at night there are no crowds of people, night businesses, or private parties in order to counteract COVID-19 and reduce the spread of this disease. By not allowing people to run freely, the curfew aims to keep people from visiting other places, thus preventing the spread through descent.
Consequence, the curfew. The curfew has brought many consequences since the Dominican really liked parties and drinking a lot, so he does not agree with being forbid to go out at night. Because of that, people have clandestine parties or simply go out to his stream in breach of this regulation. The economy goes down with the curfew because many night business do not work, and this general a decline for drink of this business.
There are justifications that allow you to live within the curfew whether you have a permit given by the company where you work or if you or someone else is sent and it is necessary to go to the hospital. It is also a valid justification if by chance you have to hire a person who is in a certain place. Some taxi drivers have permits to perform work for people who need transportation urgently.
The importance of the curfew is that you can have control over people so that stay in their homes and collaborate with social distancing. Since people do not understand for good that there must be an order in the country, and this is the only possible method. So you must collaborate to keep them safe because without a control like this, the people around us can be infected even more. So it is suggested that they comply with it properly and use their mask and social distance.